for some go time music. The most famous words in iRacing bring us to race 8 at Kansas for the Frontier Truck Tour. Dylan Herviton, Jake Kerr, Stephen James, best qualifying effort out of him. Aaron Warren, best qualifying effort out of him. Douglas Henry, Nicholas Tucker, Matthew Legatt, Aiden Gould, Ronnie Lane. As the pace car pulls off, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go green at Kansas. And at the start of this race, Dylan Herviton out to the lead, just on his tail. Stephen James, the butt snorkeler. And then it's Jake Kerr, Douglas Henry side by side for that third position. Doug on the bottom, Jake Kerr on the top. They talked about it being a super speedway for the first couple of laps here at Kansas. Wide open all the way around till those tires fall off. It's all about drafting. Stephen James clears into second, looks for the first position. Doug still right there with Jake Kerr. Matthew Legatt, your leading odor, into fifth. On that bottom line, Jake Kerr will lose out that position to Douglas Henry. And as they come across the front stretch, Dylan Herviton will lead them again. Stephen James right there in the mix. Down the front stretch, those cars still three abreast. This time Doug will clear out of the middle. Gould on the bottom, Stephen James just to his right rear. Gould will clear into third. And now Doug begins to try to run down Dylan Herviton. Here comes Douglas Henry looking inside for your race lead. Contact! Can Doug clear Herviton? Yes, he will. Herviton falls back to Gould. Douglas Henry will lead here at Kansas. He will clear Nicholas Tucker, Legatt into fifth. Jake Kerr, Jacob Alicia. Friends outside of Frontier, known each other for a few years now. Running 7th and 8th. Herviton now has closed the distance on Douglas Henry. Oh, Legatt into the wall. Problems with Legatt and Nicholas Tucker. They may have made contact. The green flag stays out. Legatt will drop like a rock. Heavy right side damage. We don't get an incident report. We stay green. No caution. No replay. Still one of your closest battles on track right now. As Herviton goes all the way to the bottom, following your leader, Doug. On the corner exit, we'll take a look at his run. Almost contact between Gould and Herviton. That was close. And then now they're side by side for second. Herviton trying to drive his way back up to the front. Can he clear Gould off the corner? Yes, he will. Herviton back into second. Gould crossover. Herviton gets tight. Here comes Aiden. Aiden will pass him with ease back into second. Herviton to the inside. He had a really good run on entry. Can he match it on exit? Slide job up in front of Aiden. Aiden looks for the crossover. Not a lot of momentum, but enough to get side by side as they go into 3 and 4. I think the top line will be preferred if 07 can pinch him. No. Aiden will clear. Maybe it's a slide job of his own. Allows Dylan Herviton to get to his inside. Dylan Herviton now with the advantage in a turn 1. He will clear Aiden on the tri-oval. Douglas Henry still out front. Herviton closing in on that gap. When will these lead trucks pit? Doug will pit. Herviton jumps to the outside. Almost running the back of the 66. Gould will follow. Aggressive pit sign out of Gould. Side by side. Did he get the brakes pushed in quick enough? Douglas Henry exiting pit road with Aiden Gould. This is the battle for the relative lead. And they will take the lead as they come down the front stretch. Now the battle is on. Aiden, a really good entry onto pit road to the rear end of the 66. These trucks just behind the pair, these trio pit just a few laps prior. David Wright, Stephen James, Nicholas Tucker, their tires will fall off quicker, but they're trying to make time on the leaders as Stephen James looks to the inside of David Wright for that third position. And perhaps an issue with pole sitter Dylan Herviton. He might have just had to serve a penalty 1 lap down, by the way. Issues with Dylan Herviton may take him out of this race. And now it's Doug and Gould battling for the lead. Stephen James not far behind. Nicholas Tucker, David Wright, Jacob Alicia follow Aaron Warren. Great pit stop cycle. He currently sits 7th. Stephen James, 1 lap older tires, still hanging with him as Jacob Alicia begins to run down that trio. Gould looks to the inside of Doug. He gets a bumper in. Down into turn 1. Gould, can he clear Doug? James now entering the picture to the inside of Douglas. Can Gould jump up? No, Gould does not jump up and block Douglas Henry. Gives him the room, gives him the respect, and now Doug gets that clean air on entry. Had some momentum. Now looks to the inside on Gould. Gould leads his first lap of tonight. And now Doug to the top line. Douglas Henry trying to build a run. Stephen James falls off a car length. Jacob Alicia did hit pit road. The first of the top 5. Exiting pit road now. And Doug has pulled up to the rear bumper of Alicia. Or Gould, sorry.
Alicia is trying to short pit it, but there's the time fall off between laps is just, it's not huge. I felt fast with 59% of my right front, and I felt really fast still. So I don't know if the short pinning strategy is going to make a difference, but right now we have a great battle.
Oh, contact! I thought he just moved Aiden there for a second. Aiden got really tight. Doug to the rear bumper. Douglas Henry looking for the lead here, Jacob.
Dude, if I was Aiden, I'd pit right here and just catch him off guard.
I think you're right. God. Look at you, Blakely. Oh, lock it down. Oh, did he make it? Did he make pit road entry? That was close.
I got to get the scanners on. I'm not hearing anything from race control or anybody saying.
That gives Douglas Henry the lead. That will force his hand with Aiden Gould pitting. He'll have to pit here at some point. Tire advantage is tire advantage, but you don't want him to be able to close that gap and out-cycle you. Yup, here comes Doug.
Yeah, Aiden did not speed. Hunkered it down in time.
Here he is. Here's Aiden. Through turns 1 and 2. Douglas Henry just in front. Gould will flop him.
Yeah. I knew if you short pit him like that, it's worth it because of the momentum here. But if it's like 4 or 5 laps, it's hard. I mean, obviously Alicia is in front of Aiden, but look at the gap is huge.
I'm getting an issue out of Alicia.
Uh-oh.
Jacob Alicia dropped a lot of tenths there out of nowhere.
I wonder if
actually might have been a blink out. If I think he blinked out there. That's why we were on the wrong camera, because auto cycles to scenic when somebody blinks out. So potentially that was the issue. His gap is still 4 seconds. 3 lap older tires, Blakely. Although he has that clean air, is he going to be able to hold on to that and make it to the end of this race with the win?
Probably not, considering the the seconds between is just clocking down very slowly but surely.
Aiden all the way to the top line. Made contact with the fence off of 2 already. Keeps it a little bit clean, but the gap is still 7 tenths. And what a strategy this would be out of Alicia to succeed. 3 lap older tires. Was running right around 4th when he made the decision to hit down pit road. And it is paying off. 2 to go. But Aiden Gould is there. Half a second. 1 truck in between the pair.
Oh, and the lap car goes to the bottom. That gives Aiden fresh, clean air in the top.
Jacob Alicia trying to get back to the white flag. Gould still half a second back. It's looking a lot like an Alicia day. Gould buries it into 3 and 4 to the white flag. Gould barely closes the gap, but Jacob Alicia, 1 lap to go, looking for his first win in the Frontier Truck Tour. His teammate Jake Kerr sat outside pole. Will it be a beautiful sweep out of the WBR team? Gould down the backstretch, has been able to close the gap. And as we go through turns 3 and 4, Gould, Hail Mary, I don't think it'll be enough. And Jacob Alicia, out of turn 4, will win in the Frontier Truck Tour.
Good win, buddy.
Fuck
That
yeah.
was needed. That was needed.
Oh,
That was so fucking needed. Let's go.
oh my throat.
Oh,
Thanks, guys.
yes.
Good racing, everybody.
Fuck yeah.
That was Jake Kerr that seemed more happy than Alicia. Jake Kerr was the one doing all the F yeahs and all that, and badly needed Alicia tried to cheer, throat clogged up. Douglas Henry, longtime teammate, gives him a congratulatory bump, and Jacob Alicia gets his first win post PAL Racing Season 4 here at Kansas. And how about this race tonight, Blakely? That was a nail-biter between Gould and Alicia.
Yeah, it made it interesting at the end. Some lap cars came into play, strategy came into play. Good job on Alicia. I didn't think the undercut would have really worked, but I mean, with that much time, I guess it really does work here. I thought Aiden would have easily blown by him.
Alicia, this is Blakely and Noah in the booth. You got a copy.
I got a copy, Noah.
How about this win, buddy? First win in the Frontier Truck Tour. Your first win since the Season 5 clash, or Season 4 clash in PAL Racing. What does this mean to you?
This means a lot, man. I love Kansas, and this truck series has been great all year, so I'm really happy to be able to put my name in the record books and actually have a strategy called Go My Way for once.
Talk about you trying to run away from Gould there. Was there a part of you that thought he was going to catch you?
Every lap I was checking the numbers, and if everything went absolutely perfectly for him, I think he would have caught me in the final couple of laps. But, I mean, that's the toughest part about racing, is making sure everything goes perfectly your way. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, to win, and I think I got just a little bit.
It's the Frontier Truck Tour. iRacing, alcohol, the beautiful mix of both. What are we drinking tonight to celebrate?
I'm going to get a spiked tea tonight, man. I need something with lemon in my throat. I trained at work all day today, and my throat is thrashed. I screamed for victory, and it hurt.
Alrighty, congratulations, Alicia. Awesome to see you back at Victory Lane.
Congrats,
Happy
Alicia.
to be back.
Sent him down. P2 finisher, Aiden Gould almost ran him down. Wasn't enough. Aiden, how many more laps did you think you needed to run down Alicia? And were you making contact with the wall to make you not be able to catch him? Or what's the deal?
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Yeah, you're good. Now, with about 4 or 5 to go, going into 1, I hit the wall. How Kansas is, when you hit the wall, you're kind of stuck to the wall, so I was kind of stuck there for a little bit, so that cost me about half a second, but, I mean, I don't think, if I never hit the wall, I think I probably would have got there. I mean, I was pushing hard. I know Jacob was pushing hard, but I felt like I was getting better in turns 3 and 4 than him. But, yeah, just hitting the wall on the front stretch just didn't help at all. Helps when your driver's an idiot, but it was good to see Jacob get back to victory lane. That's cool for him. He pulled off a good strategy.
Was it a surprise to see a car with 3-lap older tires beat you off of how this race has been, where the freshest tires have the biggest advantage?
Not really, because if you can really just run the wall in 1 and 2 and then run the bomb in 3 and 4 with the dirty air, you can kind of hold on. And with Jacob not running the wall in 1 and 2, it felt like, that was giving me the clean air. And I thought if I never hit the wall there, I thought I was just going to rip by him with about 4 free to go. So, it's what it is sometimes.
Alrighty, Aiden, congratulations on the P2.
Thank you.
Finishing third tonight, Douglas Henry, backwards on pit road. Let's talk to him. Doug, this is Noah and Blakely in the booth. You got a copy?
Got a copy.
Rolling backwards down pit road. He led laps tonight. pit road issues maybe put you off cycle. We saw you didn't get back out to the lead like we thought you were going to. Was Aiden Gould pitting before you on that last stop? What psyched you out? And do you think if you pit with them, you'd still be with a shot to win?
No, I just executed a little less efficiently on pit road than him and Jacob. And then I tried to stay out one lap more just to see if I get some clean air. Maybe a caution would come out, and yep, I just wasn't as good on pit road as him.
Well, Doug, as a top 3 out of you, congratulations. You're still putting together good runs, and I'll see you tomorrow as we make our return to Rockingham, which you are a favorite to win that deal.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Got a lot of practice in, and it's going to be a fun time.
We're going to send Douglas Henry down. Jacob Blakely, sorry to see your race go the way it did, but thank you for joining me up in the booth for tonight's race at Kansas Frontier Truck Tour Race 8 and the books. We're running out of them. Thank you so much,
Quickly,
Blakely.
Jim. No, thank you.